Hey everybody, this is Jose Blasco. We are about to get started in 40 seconds. This is a sound check. A quick message on the chat box would be appreciated. A quick hello, because that would tell me that you hear me. And sound is good. Technology is on our side and we are ready to get started on time. So if that's okay, a quick message on the chat box would be very appreciated, no matter if you are in our private room or you're watching this session from YouTube or Twitch or LinkedIn or Facebook, wherever you're at. Just a quick hello would be, again, very appreciated. We start in 10 seconds. I'll be turning on the video stream so I can say hello from my bottom right corner of the screen, as always. And here we go. We just hit the top of the hour. Thank you for confirming that all is good, guys. So let's begin with our 3D market commentary. Welcome to the session, everyone. This is November 19, 2021. My name is Jose Blasco. Ready to conduct the 3D market commentary today, ready to talk about the market in 3 dimensions. Okay, for the ones of you that are new to the session, I will explain in a moment what that means. Before we start, I would like to highlight our financial disclaimer. Please read it carefully. This is important information. You can read it on the upper left side of the screen. Read it completely. I'm counting on you to do that because indeed trading is beautiful, but it also carries risks. And you better be aware, and therefore, for that purpose, we have a disclaimer. Very good. With all of this said, time to begin our session. As the session is now introduced, couple of quick notes as well. We have all of the coaches in Trade with UFOs. We have special or specific links. Mine, obviously, it's ending with Jose, so tradewithufos.com/Jose. And the reason why I'm mentioning this one, or you may be using the one with Becky, with Boyan, etc. So the reason why I'm mentioning this is because this direct link is a very useful link for you to come and basically get access to the questions that our community members are posting, or you to post your questions if you have any question about the markets. As well, you have a very neat and clear summary here of the platforms that we support when it comes to our apps. So we have TradingView, MetaTrader, TradeStation, Top, the Tradictive Options Planner. And obviously today I'm going to be using TradingView, which is what we use normally for our news flash. Okay, so talking about TradingView, here is TradingView, and on the left, here is our news flash. And therefore, I am now ready to begin the market commentary, going over the market information that we have on the left, but looking at it real time on the charts and discussing what's going on out there, so you can prepare better for the day ahead or even the week ahead. So 3D approach, again, for the ones of you that are new to the 3D market commentary. So what does that mean, 3 dimensions? So one of the dimensions is what we call the market climate, meaning, is it time to buy, is it time to sell, or is it time to do nothing? Maybe it's not time to trade a specific market. So that's just as important as knowing if it's time to be a buyer or time to be a seller. That's what we call the market climate. We use technology to assess the market information, because computers do many things better than humans, especially data processing. We cannot compare. So in this sense, we heavily rely on trading technology, which is what we do as a company. And we have a tool, which, by the way, is free for everyone, called AutoClimate, applicable to TradingView, as you can see here on my chart, which in the case of the S&P futures, which is the first market I got here, it shows a blue and thick dot, which means it's an up climate and it's confirmed. I'll talk a bit more about the S&P in just a moment, but that's one dimension. Second dimension is, you can see here, the buy and the sell UFOs. Okay, so what are the buy and the sell UFOs? So UFO stands for unfilled orders, and on the chart they look like UFOs. Okay, they look like the flying saucers, and those UFOs, they represent areas where if it's green, they are buy unfilled orders. If it's red, they are sell unfilled orders, and therefore those are price points where it is smart to buy when you hit a green UFO. It is smart to sell when you hit a red UFO, especially if you do it in the direction of the climate. That's why we combine those multiple dimensions. And then finally, the third dimension is the market volatility, that tells you the expected upcoming speed of movement that we expect in those markets, where, of course, if a market was to be expected to be crazy slow, I would go as far as saying, why do you want to trade it? There is very little money to be made because it's moving very slow. Where in the opposite extreme, you would say if a market is crazy volatile, well, while there is a lot of money to be made, there is also plenty of risk attached, and depending on your trading plan, risk appetite, risk profile, etc., so that may not be advisable, or maybe yes. So again, this is the third D for 3D, and those three components are summarized in our news flash that you guys can easily get access to by getting onto our website, and just signing up for it is free. And then every day we send you an email with this information in case you don't have the time to watch these sessions live. Okay, I'm just seeing your message there, Bobby. It's a pleasure to have you with us in the session. Nice to see you, Bobby. So so let's begin here with the S&P. Okay, and the first thing to discuss about the S&P is that we are in an up climate, so it's a blue and thick dot. So statistically speaking, that market is supposed to continue moving higher. Statistics are a fantastic reference because they happen more often than not. That's why they are statistic. But at the same time, statistics are also there to be broken. So we should never rely on one tool only. It's better as a trader to put together what we call the indirect forces and the direct forces working together to add more probabilities to our trades. Okay, but by looking at that one dimension only, we would see that the market has been moving higher for 5 candles at this moment in time in this up climate, and that up climate is supposed to last for close to 9 candles. In other words, seeing that market to continue moving higher for another 4 days would not be a surprise given the fact I'm using a daily time frame here on the S&P futures. So having the market continue higher during 4 days would be something definitely quite expected. We just had a little tease to what it comes to what was here all-time high, and we just made a new all-time high on the future markets. This has not happened yet on the equities because the equity markets were closed when that happens. So again, it would be beautiful to see the market drop a bit more, get into this UFO, and from there, possibly the market would rally and continue making all-time high. Now, if that's not going to happen quickly, then we may need to see the market retrace more to a lower UFO, that one or that one, before the turn takes place. Why is that? Because again, based on the statistics, okay, so this climate is supposed to last by 9 candles. So if the market falls hard today, hits those UFOs, it's likely going to come back higher and continue for another 3-4 days. But if it takes 3-4 days to get to that UFO, so then basically you are getting to that UFO where price is supposed to go higher from there, but you are getting there when that number is already 8 or 9, and therefore that climate is more likely going to turn into a red cycle instead of remain blue. Okay, so again, all of these things are to be observed. As I said a moment ago, you don't want to look at only one element. You need to look at multiple elements combined so you can have a proper assessment of the market conditions, and therefore if buying or selling is the right action to be taken and at what price. So buy UFOs, what I just mentioned it on the chart, is located at 46.61.5. That's where they are. You can see it here in green color, very easily to be read. And then from a volatility point of view, so volatility is picking up. Okay, it was, a few days ago it was 16. Now it's 18. That represents a potential for a move in a 1 day of 53, almost 54 points either up or down. In a week, 118 points either up or down. In a month, 247 points either up or down, statistically, based on the expectation of the move, which is extracted from the options prices, because the more people want to pay for the options, it means they expect more. So we are reverse engineering the pricing models, if you wish, just to kind of like oversimplify what we really do, but it's kind of like that. So again, a little bit of extra premium and volatility kicking in the options and markets. So there is expectation for a move, and that often means people are expecting the market to go down, and they're buying protection, they're buying puts heavily, and they're buying puts heavily, and they don't mind to pay a bit more for them, because when the markets fall, typically, not always, but typically the markets fall harder than when they go up. Not always. Okay, sometimes you got amazing moves to the upside. Okay, isn't it? But many times it's the opposite, right? When the markets fall, we actually say markets crash. Okay, so we can see a little bit of that coming in, and again, this is coming somewhere in the middle of the climate, so I'm not too concerned at the moment in time. But if this continues the same way for another couple of days or 3, somewhere in the middle of next week, we may see a pretty important sell-off. unless the market starts going down slowly, okay? And then everything would cool down and then back to an up climate after some red, okay? Anyway, I spent some time there with the S&P. I'm gonna move a little faster now, going to the next markets like crude oil, because basically I took advantage of the S&P not only to do the analysis, but also to kind of explain how you can combine those three different Ds, okay? Which of course, during the 3D market commentary, we keep it quite short because we run these sessions for 15 minutes. So we kind of say it, a pretty fast pace. But for sure, you guys feel free to join us in the coaching sessions that we do during market hours, where we spend a whole hour planning the trades and having like a complete full assessment on every trade that we do. Obviously, using our tools, the UFO, the climate, all of those things are part of it. And you can watch those sessions on YouTube as well. You can actually go to our site, click on live trading. That's how you can access those sessions. And beyond the sessions, you can also see the calendar there. In case you didn't know, I'm going to show you. So here's the calendar. So you can see that we do live trading every day. Next week is going to be a bit slower because of Thanksgiving, but putting that on the side is every day. Okay. Anyway, so crude oil. Okay, we're going to talk about crude oil now. Also, notice on the news flash, there is a button for you to click there when you receive the news flash on your email. In case you need training, we have a collection of courses ready for you to register. They are, I would say, quite affordable, if I can phrase it this way, in the sense that it is imperative for us as a technology provider that you guys know how to use the tools. Okay, many traders out there, they may look at the UFOs and they don't know how to use them, and they may conclude they like it or they don't like it. And we prefer that you guys don't start trading or using tools unless you are properly educated, properly trained on how to utilize them, because you may not use them the right way, you may get in trouble, or you may miss their potential. Okay, so strongly recommended to register, enroll for some of those courses, and kill two birds on one stone, which is to learn about trading, but also learn on how to use the tools so you can do a better job. Because now you know how to use them, instead of it's there on the screen and you have a guess on how you could use it, which the reality is there are different possible applications. Okay. Now with crude oil, we are in a down climate. This is 7 out of 655, so crude oil is moving down. Yesterday we talked about it. We also talked about that UFO, which is still on the screen, and notice how earlier overnight price came to the UFO, basically gave the UFO a little kiss, and from there started dropping because those on-field orders kicked in, and because the climate was down, so the market reacted very favorably to those on-field orders that were located at this price point, and crude oil is dropping, like almost 3% today. So pretty nice move. And if you guys are in this trade, congratulations. Newsflash only looks at the daily time frame. There are more time frames, and therefore some of you got even more active and got multiple trades intraday to ride this move. But in any case, at least hopefully this information and this news flash helps you to plan and shows you the power of what we're discussing here. So UFOs located at 79.30 to sell, 71.48 to buy. The buy UFOs are quite far down, so there is potential for this market to overextend and go beyond that statistical number, because there is nothing to stop it from falling. Okay, and the climate is just a statistical measurement. The UFOs are the direct force, so that's critical for you to understand. And then from a volatility point of view, crude oil is expected to move at a rate of 37.68% in a year based on the implied volatility of the options, which is 1.81 points either up or down in one day, 3.91 points either up or down in a week, or 8.31 points either up or down in a month. Okay. So talking about the UFOs, again, when you receive the news flash at home or in your office, just click on the blue button if you would like to subscribe to the UFOs and you haven't done it yet. It's available for TradingView, for TradeStation, for MetaTrader. You have monthly and also yearly memberships. By the way, the yearly memberships give you access to courses for free, all sorts of things. Take a look at the website. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Let's move to the next market, which is gold. And here is gold. Gold, as we said yesterday, is in the middle of nowhere. That's why, just like what we saw about crude oil, where the next UFO is so far away, and I said the statistics are likely going to be broken and that climate extend for longer than what statistics suggest, The same is happening with gold, where the next UFO is very far away. The climate is blue. It's supposed, because it's a blue climate, it's supposed to last for 6 to 7 candles. It's been running already for 11 candles. And why is that? Well, because there is no red UFO to turn the climate to become red. Okay, and there is plenty of room for this to continue going higher, unless some very large players step in the market today, tomorrow, Monday, and they start adding new, fresh sell on field orders that were not in the market before. So again, this climate is likely going to last for a little longer because of the location of those UFOs, as you can see on the screen. From a volatility point of view, 16.25%, which is 19 points either up or down in a day, 42 points either up or down in a week, 87 points either up or down in a year. And again, earlier I talked about the coaching that we do in our private room, as well as in the public streams such as YouTube, Twitch, etc. So make sure you click on this button if you would like to participate of those sessions, even though, of course, in places like YouTube, you can do that for free, but it's better that you get on the website, you register yourself. So now we know you exist. When you ask questions, we basically know your name. We know, basically out of prior questions you may have asked, what is it that you need, and we can help you better. So don't be anonymous. Okay, we recommend you to be part of the community and collaborate and interact with others. Okay, don't, instead of being kind of anonymous, even though if you want to be, that's of course respectable and that's your choice. The dollar index, okay, is the next market that I am charting here. Okay, yesterday it dropped to the green UFO. Not a surprise that then it rallied to the red UFO. Now it came to the red UFO. What's expected to happen now? It's expected to go back down. Okay, and this climate, which has been running for 7 candles out of what statistics suggest would be 5, it's a pretty tired climate, statistically speaking, and therefore I will be inclined to expect that, and think about it, even the UFO already changed color from green to olive green above, meaning that the upper UFO got less probability. So if that UFO above, it's now bringing the price of the dollar going down, so that UFO, those on-field orders to buy are likely going to be canceled, and price will travel easily to the next UFO, creating probably a new down climate for, let's say, 5 days, like it often happens with the down climates. Okay, sometimes they last a little less, okay, but most of the time statistically 5, okay, 545. Speed of movement, of course, it's a currency, so it's slow, 694% a day, a year, which is 0.42 points in a day, 0.92 points in a week, 1.92 points in a month, either up or down. I mentioned the YouTube channel, so you have the button there to get directly, sent to the YouTube channel. So I won't say it again. And then we're gonna look at the Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin future, where, as you can see, there was a green UFO here yesterday. Notice how the green UFO we had yesterday is gone. Okay, it's not there anymore. And now the green UFO is located here at 49,702, which is a beautiful example of what I actually said yesterday, which is in a down climate, which is the case, red thick dots, in a down climate, buy on-field orders are likely going to be removed and canceled. And that's what happened. Okay, so now if this market rallies back up, okay, so we got 2 red UFOs above price, okay, located at these price points, okay, and indeed, that should be quite powerful to bring the Bitcoin down again and probably even lower until we reach those green UFOs at 49,700, okay. But anyway, we'll need to see that happens, but definitely statistically speaking, that's what the market is telling us. And then from a speed of movement point of view, we're talking about 99.97% in a year, which is 3,621 points in a day, almost 8,000 in a week, 16,000 over in a month. Okay, that's the expectation. From an economic calendar point of view, today is Friday, and again, important speech in Europe, but all of this already happened. Retail sales in Canada, high impact for Canadian markets, but really for US markets, not that much. And then also some holiday in Brazil, which obviously that's not going to be that impacting. Okay. Anyway, my friends, this is the end of the session. I believe I surpassed our time by 3 minutes. So thanks for staying with me for a little longer. My pleasure to have conducted this market commentary with you today. Happy Friday, if I haven't said. I got my Mercedes shirt because today is the Formula One race in Qatar. First time, no, actually not the race. I didn't say that rightly. Rightly, the practice sessions in the race would be on Sunday. First time ever that Formula One cars are in that race, so I'm very excited. So I'm going to be combining some trading and some watching those Formula One cars on TV today. So I have a smile on my face. But anyway, you guys take care. I will see you next time, either in another 3D market commentary or in the live trading sessions. You guys trade safe, keep up the good work, and any question, remember, come to our page for questions, tradewithufo.com/Jose, for example, and you can not only read but also pose questions. Okay. Even if you are not a user of our apps and you have questions, you are welcome to participate. We are an open community and really ready and willing to help everybody, no matter where you are at in your trading journey. You guys take care. See you soon, my friends. Keep up the good work. Bye bye.